Brent Zwerneman, San Antonio Express News, Houston Chronicle. Coach Saban praised yesterday what you had done at U of H and so far at A&M, of course. And then he threw out there that he tried to hire you at LSU. What ultimately kept you, I guess, at Oklahoma at that point? And could you take us through that little story?
Well, it seems a while ago. I had a lot of respect for Coach Saban, and I think at the time when I went over to visit, it's kind of interesting. You walk in the room and it wasn't just him, but Jimbo Fisher was on the staff, Will Muschamp, Derek Dooley. So there's a few guys in that room that become head coaches and have done pretty well. I think just the timing wasn't right. It just was a situation where there's some other things going on. I had to weigh some options. The interesting part of it was that we ended up playing LSU in the national championship game. And kind of a funny story, pre-game I was walking around and it might have been Jimbo or Will, somebody said, either way you'd have been all right. been in this game. Right. So I've been real fortunate in my career, and like I said, I think the preparation, I think how he talks about the process all the time, and how Alabama goes about doing things. It's hard to argue that right now they're not the standard in college football, based on the number of national championships where they are and where their program is. And as I said, we're in year 2, and for this to be a game of this magnitude in our second year in this league tells you that we're on the right track, and we've got to continue to keep climbing. But we've got a lot of respect for Alabama. We've got a lot of respect for Nick Saban and how they do things.
We'll go to the far right and then down here to the middle.
Courtney Rowland, Rivals.com. Can you describe the impact that this weekend will have and could have on recruiting, especially expecting such a large number of prospects within the game?
Well, I think that it's already had an impact. We've got a large number of prospects that are going to be here, and the move to the SEC obviously has been a boost for us. I think it wouldn't be as big of a boost if we didn't have some sort of success in the league last year. We didn't have all the success we wanted. We were extremely competitive and won a big game last year. But all that being said, I think the ability to compete and win in this league has really helped us too in recruiting. And you don't have a stage like this for this weekend if you're not a competitive program. And I think the high school coaches in this state do a fantastic job of coaching and regionally recognizing that. And I think student athletes are recognizing that too. That we've got a great situation here from a stability standpoint, from a support standpoint, from a facility standpoint, and from a league standpoint. And you don't have to go 700, 800, 900 miles away anymore to get all those things. And that has been a big selling point for us since we've gotten here, and I think that message has been driven home every week that we play in the SEC. Not just play, but play in meaningful games on big stages.
Down front here.
Jenny Little, Fox Sports 1. Coach, the opinion has been stated by some in college football that the speed at which y'all play offense is not the direction people should want football to go. How do you respond to that?
That'll be pretty obvious how I respond to it. We're going to go as fast as we possibly can. I haven't seen any data to support the player safety argument. Anything that's within the rules that's the way football is. That's any sport. Whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, and you're stealing bases. If it's basketball and you're a fast break, full court press team, that's within the rules. Just because you don't want to play that style doesn't mean that that's not the way the game should be played. So I'm all for everything that's within the rules. There's been some discussion, and people have, like Mark Riggs said, when we were in Bristol, the object is not to trick people. The object is to play the game at a pace that you're comfortable with. Maybe the other team's not comfortable with, there's a reason they call it offense and they call it defense. Defense should not dictate the game. Offense should dictate the pace of the game. When they have the ball, they have the ability to slow it down or speed it up. And as long as it's within the rules of the game, players are set on offense. All 11 players are set and ready to go. The defense should have to match.
And one quick follow-up. A lot of us obviously came down here today to talk to your quarterback. Was it your decision for him not to talk, and if so, kind of what was the thinking about?
I thought he did a great job Saturday night after the game, post-game talking, and expressing his feelings about his play Saturday and about his teammates' play. Quite frankly, right now, he and his family and his advisors, his lawyers, his family, they have advised him not to talk. And I'll respect his wishes. Really just heard about it maybe an hour ago. And, to me it's interesting. Everything we do, everything I try to do, everything that we try to do here at Texas A&M is about team. And it's about building our team, building our program, and not being an individual. And, Saturday afternoon, you're going to have 2 football teams on the field. And, I don't understand why there's got to be one guy singled out to put a camera on the whole time. And that's not what we're trying to be about. That's not what we're trying to promote. And certainly, from an outside, from my standpoint, looking out, all the criticism about individualism on a football team, I don't think that this helps enhance a team concept one bit. I wouldn't have come to Texas A&M if I didn't think that we wouldn't have the opportunity to be one of the top programs in the country. And I think the combination of a lot of different things have led to our success between seasons. I think when you're talking about recruiting and being able to recruit at a high level, I think we're accomplishing that. And as I said, Craig, beforehand, being in the SEC is one thing, but if you're getting beat down in the SEC every week, like people said was going to happen to us, I don't know that we'd be able to recruit at the level that we can recruit right now. I think, I know that people understand, players understand that, coaches understand that. We give certainly players in this state or even in this region a choice of a different league, and arguably the best league in the country to play in games like this Saturday. And just playing or being a part of games like that this Saturday are one thing. Actually having people like this room and all kinds of trucks show up because it's a meaningful game is a different thing. And there's an appeal to players, young players, for that, and it should be, because if you invest that much time in what you're doing in high school, junior high, and everything else, then at a certain point in your life, when you choose a university, from an academic standpoint, we're extremely competitive, but you also want the ability to play in meaningful games and against the best. And I think right now, we provide that opportunity, certainly for guys within 5-6 hours of here that maybe a few years ago that wasn't the case. I leave here and I take out my phone and all you guys are talking about what we're supposed to be and how big this game is and everything else, that's when the problems come. You know, with my two little boys who are 9 and 11 and watch television all the time, see all the trucks outside, they recognize how big things are. Yeah, that's great. And like I said beforehand, I think it's great for our university. The excitement level, and particularly for this weekend and for this year, it has been great. Managing that, you know, I don't know that that's something that I have to manage. You know, I don't know that you can manage it at this level of football. And I think everybody wants the same end game. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants our program to, you know, not just football, but our athletic programs across the board in the SEC to be successful. I think, you know, we're pretty visible right now, and because of that, that's what you want as a coach. You know, you come into situations, and as things start to progress, you want to be in meaningful games, and you want your team to have a chance to play in those meaningful games, not just now, but in November. And you know, as a coach, I've spent my time managing the football team. You know, I don't have a whole lot of time to manage what's going on outside of it. Does that make sense?